Maya Johnson spent her last $15 on a stranger. The disabled girl collapsed right outside Rosie's diner. 8 years old, cerebral palsy, hadn't eaten in 2 days. Maya didn't hesitate. She bought food with the emergency money meant for her son's asthma medicine. Her co-workers called her crazy. Her boss threatened to fire her. Maya didn't care. For 16 straight days, she fed this hungry child. Every single day at 3 p.m., used her own grocery money, skipped her own meals, gave everything she had to a little girl whose name she barely knew. Maya had no idea this child was about to change her life forever, because exactly 24 hours after Maya made one phone call to save this girl, a billionaire would walk through that diner door. And what he offered Maya would shock the entire world. You see, sometimes the smallest acts of kindness create the biggest miracles, and sometimes the person you save ends up saving you right back. This is that story. Maya's alarm screamed at 4:30 a.m. Same time every day for 3 years. She rolled out of the pull-out couch that served as her bed. Her 6-year-old son Tyler was still sleeping in the apartment's only bedroom. The studio cost $950 a month. She was 2 weeks behind on rent. The bathroom mirror showed the truth. Dark circles under her eyes, hands cracked from washing dishes. At 34, she looked 44. Maya worked 2 shifts at Rosie's Diner, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., then 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., 16 hours on her feet. Tips barely covered groceries. Her car died 6 months ago. Now she took 2 buses to work. Left home at 5 a.m., got back at midnight. 3 hours of travel time for a job that paid $8.50 an hour. Tyler had asthma. His inhaler cost $200. Insurance didn't cover it. Maya kept a crumpled $20 bill hidden in her apron pocket. Emergency money. For real emergencies only. The diner regulars knew her name. Old Frank always ordered coffee and eggs over easy. Mrs. Patterson came for pie and gossip. Maya remembered everyone's order, everyone's story. She studied business books during her breaks. Dreamed of opening her own restaurant someday. Maya's Kitchen, she'd call it. A place where everybody felt welcome. But dreams don't pay rent. Tyler needed new school clothes. The growth spurt hit hard this year. His pants were 3 inches too short. Maya cut expenses everywhere, bought generic cereal, turned the heat down to 65, saved every penny. The diner threw away leftover food every night. Maya asked if she could take some home. The manager said yes, as long as she didn't make it obvious. So Maya ate day-old sandwiches and cold French fries. Tyler got the good food. Her mother died when Tyler was 2. Diabetes complications. No family left to help, no safety net. Just Maya and her boy against the world. Some nights, Maya sat on the fire escape after Tyler fell asleep. I looked out at the city lights. I wondered if things would ever get easier. The neighborhood was rough. Drug dealers on the corner, sirens every night. But the rent was cheap, and Maya needed it cheap. She walked past the fancy restaurants downtown on her way to work, saw the well-dressed people inside. I wondered what their lives were like. Maya never complained, not to Tyler, not to her co-workers, not to herself. Every morning, she put on her uniform, tied her hair back, smiled at customers who left 50-cent tips on $20 meals. "Good morning, hun. What can I get you started with today?" Same greeting, every customer, every day. The diner's coffee was terrible. Maya drank it anyway. Caffeine kept her going during the long shifts. Tyler was smart. Really smart. His teacher said he could go to college someday. Maya promised him he would. Somehow. She'd been saving for 3 years. Had $347 in a savings account. Not enough for Tyler's future, but it was something. Maya watched the disabled girl appear outside at exactly 3 p.m. every day, week after week, always alone, always hungry. The girl had cerebral palsy, used a walker to get around, maybe 8 or 9 years old, wore the same dirty pink dress every day. Maya noticed things other people missed, like how the girl's medical alert bracelet caught the light, expensive looking, had Williams engraved in fancy script. Strange for a homeless child to have jewelry like that. The girl never begged, never asked for anything. I just sat on the sidewalk and watched people eat through the diner window. Sometimes Maya saw tears in the child's eyes. Maya's heart broke a little more each day. She wanted to help, but Maya barely had enough to feed her own son. How could she take care of someone else's child? Her co-workers noticed Maya staring out the window. "That kid's not your problem," said Janet, the other waitress. Child services will handle it, said Rick, the cook. But Maya couldn't stop watching, couldn't stop caring. The girl reminded her of Tyler, vulnerable, innocent. I need someone to notice. What Maya didn't realize was that someone had been watching her for weeks. Someone very powerful, someone who was about to change everything. But that person was watching from inside a luxury car across the street, documenting Maya's every kind gesture, taking notes about her character. Maya was being evaluated, tested, observed. She had no idea her life was about to transform completely, all because she couldn't ignore a hungry child. Day 1. Maya couldn't watch anymore. The disabled girl sat outside, same spot, same time, 3 p.m. exactly. Her stomach was making audible growling sounds. Maya grabbed a leftover turkey sandwich from the kitchen, walked outside during her break. Hey, sweetheart, are you hungry? The girl looked up with startled eyes, nodded slowly. What's your name? Sophia, she whispered. Maya knelt down, handed her the sandwich. I'm Maya. You live around here? With Auntie down the street. Sophia devoured the sandwich in seconds, like she hadn't eaten in days. Maya's heart shattered. Day 2. Maya prepared a full meal, soup, sandwich, apple juice. Sophia was waiting in the same spot, eyes lighting up when she saw Maya coming. Thank you, Miss Maya. You don't need to thank me, baby. Have you eaten today? Sophia shook her head. Janet watched from the window. You're going to get in trouble, Maya. Maya didn't care. Day 3, day 4, day 5. Maya started arriving 30 minutes early, used her own grocery money to buy proper food for Sophia, money meant for Tyler's lunch. Maya convinced herself it was temporary. Sophia began opening up. She loved to draw, missed her daddy. Said Auntie got angry when food went missing from the kitchen. Maya taught Sophia to read using napkins from the diner. Simple words: cat, dog, love. They created a safe space behind the diner. A cardboard box where Sophia could rest between meals. Day 8 changed everything. Maya walked outside at 3 p.m. Sophia collapsed on the sidewalk, unconscious. Sophia! Sophia, wake up! The girl's lips were pale, breathing shallow. Her medical alert bracelet had shifted, revealing more engraving Maya hadn't noticed before. Williams Medical Emergency Contact. Maya's hands shook as she helped Sophia sit up. When did you last eat, baby? Yesterday morning. Auntie said no more food until I stopped being expensive. Maya's emergency $20 bill came out of her apron, the money she'd saved for Tyler's inhaler refill. She ran to the corner store, bought protein bars, orange juice, crackers, $15.37. Sophia ate everything. Color returned to her cheeks. Why do you help me, Miss Maya? Because everyone deserves kindness, sweetheart. Day 10. Sophia arrived with a black eye. What happened to your face? I fell. Maya knew better. The bruise was finger-shaped. Day 12. Maya noticed Sophia's walker was broken. One wheel is missing. The child struggled to move. Maya started researching wheelchair repair shops, $400 minimum. She began saving her tips. Every penny went into a jar labeled Sophia's walker. Day 14. Maya caught a glimpse of expensive medical bills falling from Sophia's pocket. The letterhead read, Williams Private Medical Group, thousands of dollars in charges, specialized treatment for cerebral palsy. Why would a homeless child have private medical care? Maya's instinct screamed that something wasn't right. Day 15, the breaking point. Sophia arrived with her arm in a makeshift sling. Tears streamed down her face. Auntie said I'm in too much trouble, said she might send me away. Maya made a decision that would change both their lives forever. She called Child Protective Services from the diner's phone. I need to report child neglect. There's a little girl being abused. Maya gave them all the details, the address Sophia mentioned, the visible injuries, the deliberate starvation. The woman on the phone took notes, promised to investigate within 24 hours. Maya felt guilty and relieved at the same time. Day 16. Sophia didn't show up. Maya paced the diner, checked the sidewalk every 5 minutes, worried she'd made everything worse. At 4 p.m., an angry woman stormed through the diner door. Which one of you called the government on me? Maya's blood ran cold. This had to be Sophia's aunt. I did, Maya said, standing up. That little brat has been stealing food, bringing it to some stranger. You ruined everything. She was starving, ma'am. I just gave her meals. She's not your responsibility. Mind your own business. The woman's breath smelled like alcohol. Her eyes were wild with rage. Where is Sophia? Maya demanded. Safe from people like you. The aunt stormed out, leaving Maya terrified about Sophia's safety. Day 17. Maya called child services again. The girl hasn't been seen since yesterday. I'm worried something happened. We have investigators on the case, ma'am. Be patient. That afternoon, Maya saw something that made her heart stop. A luxury car with tinted windows, license plate WM Tech 1, parked across from the diner. Someone was watching. Someone with money. Someone connected to those medical bills. Maya had no idea she'd just triggered a chain of events that would bring her face to face with one of the most powerful men in the country. Day 18. Maya made a promise to herself. No matter what happened with child services, she would feed Sophia every single day until the girl was safe. She arrived at work 45 minutes early, used her grocery money to buy real food, chicken soup, fresh bread, vitamin C tablets, money that was supposed to buy Tyler's dinner. Maya told herself it was temporary, just until Sophia found a real home. At 2:45 p.m., Maya prepared the best meal she could afford, wrapped it in clean napkins, added a small stuffed animal she found at the dollar store. 3 p.m. came and went. No Sophia. 3:15 p.m. Still nothing. Maya's chest tightened. Had the aunt hurt her? Had child services taken her somewhere unsafe? At 3:30, Maya saw her. Sophia limped around the corner using a tree branch instead of her broken walker. Her face was swollen, new bruises on her arms. Sophia, oh my God, baby, what happened? Maya rushed outside, not caring who saw. Sophia collapsed into Maya's arms. Auntie said I can't come here anymore, but I was so hungry, Miss Maya. You're safe now, I've got you. Maya carried Sophia to their spot behind the diner. Feed her slowly, carefully. The lady from the government came to our house, Sophia whispered. What did she say? Auntie got scared. Said it was my fault for taking food from strangers. Maya's hands clenched into fists. You did nothing wrong, sweetheart. Auntie said if I come here again, she'll send me far away where I can't find Daddy. Maya's heart broke. This child still believed her father would come back. Tell me about your daddy, Sophia. He's very smart. He helps sick children like me. He promised he'd never leave me. What happened to him? Auntie said he doesn't want me anymore, but I know that's not true. Maya pulled Sophia closer, made a decision that would cost her everything. You can come here every day, baby. I'll make sure you eat, always. Day 19. Maya brought her own lunch from home, gave Sophia the diner food. Day 20. Maya skipped breakfast, gave Sophia extra portions. Day 21. Maya spent her last $30 on special food for Sophia's medical needs, soft foods that wouldn't hurt her stomach. Tyler noticed the changes at home. Mommy, why don't we have good snacks anymore? Money's just tight right now, baby. Maya felt like the worst mother in the world. But every time she saw Sophia's grateful smile, she knew she couldn't stop. Day 23. The manager confronted Maya. Johnson, I'm getting complaints. Customers don't want to see homeless kids outside. She's not homeless, sir. She's just hungry. I don't care. Make it stop or find another job. Maya nodded, but she had no intention of stopping. Day 25. Maya discovered Sophia sleeping behind the dumpster. Baby, why aren't you at home? Auntie locked the door, said I can't come back until tomorrow. Maya's decision was instant. You're staying with me tonight. She called in sick for her evening shift, lost 8 hours of pay, brought Sophia home, let her shower, gave her clean clothes. Tyler was confused but kind. Is this my new sister? This is Sophia. She needs our help right now. That night, Maya tucked both children into her bed, slept on the floor. Tyler shared his asthma inhaler when Sophia had trouble breathing. Maya watched her son's generosity and felt proud despite everything. Day 27. Maya used her savings account. The $347 meant for Tyler's future. Bought Sophia new clothes, proper medical supplies, a used walker from Craigslist. Day 30, 1 month of daily feeding. Maya had lost 12 pounds, dark circles under her eyes, hands shaking from exhaustion. Her co-workers noticed. Maya, you look terrible. You need to take care of yourself. That kid's not worth destroying your life. But Maya couldn't stop, wouldn't stop. Day 32 brought the crisis. Sophia arrived barely conscious. Her skin was gray. She'd been without food for 2 days. Auntie said the government lady was scared of the checks. No more money for food. Maya carried Sophia inside the diner, sat her in a booth, feed her soup 1 spoonful at a time. "I'm going to call someone who can help you permanently." "No, Miss Maya. Auntie said they'll take me somewhere bad. Baby, staying with your aunt is what's bad." Maya made the second call that would change everything. This time, she demanded action. "This is Maya Johnson. I called about Sophia Williams 2 weeks ago. She's here right now and she's dying." The social worker arrived within an hour. Professional, efficient, carrying a tablet and serious expression. "Miss Johnson, I'm Sarah Martinez from Child Protective Services." Sophia clung to Maya's arm. "Don't let them take me away from you. You're going somewhere safe, baby, I promise." The social worker examined Sophia, took photos of her injuries, asked gentle questions. "Miss Johnson, we need someone willing to testify about the neglect pattern. I'll do whatever it takes. The child will need a temporary guardian while we locate her biological father." Maya's heart stopped. "Her father's alive?" "According to our records, yes. He's been searching for her for over a year." Maya looked down at Sophia. "Did you hear that, sweetheart? Your daddy's been looking for you." Sophia's eyes filled with tears. "Really?" "Really." As the social worker prepared to take Sophia to temporary foster care, Maya noticed something. The expensive medical bills fell from Sophia's pocket again. This time, Maya saw more details. "Williams Private Medical Group, patient, Sophia Elizabeth Williams, emergency contact, Dr. Marcus Williams." Maya's hands trembled as she read the address. Downtown, the fancy medical district. The social worker saw Maya's expression. "Is something wrong?" "These medical bills, they're from a very expensive practice." "We're aware. The case has attracted some high-level attention." "What kind of attention?" "The kind that comes with private investigators and unlimited resources." Maya felt a chill run down her spine. As the social worker's car pulled away with Sophia waving from the back window, Maya noticed the luxury car again. Closer this time. Close enough to see the driver, a man in an expensive suit, watching, taking notes. Maya had no idea that her month of sacrificial kindness had been documented, evaluated, and reported to someone very powerful. Someone who was about to change her life forever. Day 33, the hardest day of Maya's life. Sophia was gone, taken to a foster family across town while child services searched for her father. Maya stared at the empty sidewalk outside the diner. No small figure waiting at 3 p.m., no bright smile when she brought food outside. The routine she'd built her life around had vanished overnight. "You did the right thing," Janet told her during the lunch rush. Maya nodded, but her heart felt hollow. At 3:15 p.m., a sleek black car pulled up outside. Maya had seen it before. The expensive one that I had been watching. A woman stepped out. Designer clothes, professional briefcase, everything about her screamed money. She walked into the diner with purpose. "Excuse me, are you Maya Johnson?" Maya's stomach dropped. "Yes, ma'am." "I'm Dr. Sarah Carter, Chief of Pediatric Surgery at Williams Medical. I understand you've been caring for Sophia." Maya's hands started shaking. "Is she okay? Did something happen?" "She's fine. Actually, she's better than fine. The foster family says she's gained weight and seems much happier." Relief flooded through Maya. "Thank God." Dr. Carter sat down across from Maya. "I'm here on behalf of Sophia's family. They want to thank you." "Her family?" "Her father has been searching for her for 14 months. Your call to child services helped us locate her." Maya felt confused. "I don't understand." Dr. Carter pulled out an envelope. Thick, heavy. "This is a small token of appreciation. $5,000. Maya stared at the envelope like it was a snake. $5,000. More money than she'd seen in her entire life. Tyler's asthma medicine, the rent she owed, new clothes, real groceries, all her problems could disappear with one envelope. "I can't take this," Maya said quietly. Dr. Carter looked surprised. "I'm sorry?" "I said I can't take it." Maya pushed the envelope back across the table. "I didn't help Sophia for money." "But surely you have expenses. You've sacrificed so much." "That little girl was hungry. Any decent person would have fed her. Dr. Carter studied Maya's face. Most people would have called the authorities immediately. You chose to help personally for over a month. Because she needed someone to care about her. You used your own grocery money, your son's medical fund. Maya felt heat rise in her cheeks. How did this woman know so much? Tyler's fine. We're fine. Are you? When was the last time you bought yourself something nice? Maya couldn't remember. That's not important, Doctor. Carter pulled out a business card. Expensive cardstock? Gold lettering? At least take this in case you change your mind. Maya pocketed the card without looking at it. How is Sophia? Really? She talks about you constantly, draws pictures of you every day. The foster family says she asks when she can see Miss Maya again. Tears pricked Maya's eyes. I miss her too. She made this for you. Dr. Carter handed Maya a folded piece of paper, a crayon drawing, 2 stick figures holding hands, one tall, one small, hearts floating above their heads. Maya, my hero, written in purple crayon. Maya's composure cracked. Can I see her? That depends on several factors. Legal proceedings can be complicated. But she's safe. She's very safe and very loved. Dr. Carter stood to leave. Maya, what you did was extraordinary. Most people wouldn't have sacrificed their own well-being for a stranger's child. She wasn't a stranger. She was Sophia. After Dr. Carter left, Maya looked at the business card. Dr. Sarah Carter, Chief of Pediatric Surgery, Williams Medical Group. Williams. The same name from Sophia's medical bracelet. Maya's mind raced. Williams Medical Group was the most expensive private practice in the city. She'd seen their building downtown. 40 stories of glass and steel. Why would Sophia have connections to such a prestigious medical practice? That evening, Maya walked home with Sophia's drawing pressed against her chest. Tyler noticed her red eyes. Are you sad, Mommy? A little, but also proud. Of what? Of doing the right thing, even when it's hard. As Maya tucked Tyler into bed, she had no idea that Dr. Carter had already made several phone calls to someone very powerful. Someone who had been waiting 14 months for this exact conversation. Someone who was about to turn Maya's world upside down. The next morning brought strange visitors to Rosie's diner. A man in an expensive suit sat in the corner booth for 3 hours. Didn't order food, just coffee and questions. You know Maya Johnson well? He asked Janet. Why are you asking? Just gathering information for a case. Maya felt eyes on her all morning. When she looked up, the man was writing in a leather notebook. At lunch, the manager pulled Maya aside. Johnson, some reporter called. I want to write a story about you. What kind of story? Something about a Good Samaritan waitress. I told them no interviews during work hours. Maya frowned. I didn't talk to any reporters. Word gets around. Good news travels fast. But Maya hadn't told anyone outside the diner about Sophia. That afternoon, more strangeness. A delivery truck arrived with the most beautiful flower arrangement Maya had ever seen. White roses and baby's breath. Must have cost $200. Maya Johnson? The delivery man asked. That's me. No card. Someone wanted to keep it anonymous. Maya stared at the flowers. Who would send her something so expensive? Her co-workers gathered around. Girl, you got a secret admirer? Rick teased. I have no idea who sent these. The flowers smelled like heaven. Maya had never owned anything so beautiful. That evening, Maya's landlord knocked on her door. Johnson, I got a call today. Someone asking about your lease? Maya's heart sank. Are you evicting me? No. Someone wanting to know if you're a good tenant. I told them you are when you pay on time. Who was asking? Said they were from some law office downtown. Sounded official. Maya's mind raced. Why would lawyers be asking about her? The next day brought more mysteries. Maya's phone rang during her break. Unknown number. Maya Johnson? Yes? This is Williams Medical Group. Dr. Carter would like to schedule a meeting with you. Maya's pulse quickened. About Sophia? About several matters. Are you available tomorrow at 2 p.m.? I work until 2 p.m. We can arrange for your time to be compensated. I don't understand. Someone very important would like to meet you, Miss Johnson. Maya agreed to the meeting, her head spinning with questions. That night, she finally looked closely at Dr. Carter's business card. Williams Medical Group, founded by Dr. Marcus Williams. Maya Googled the name on her neighbor's computer. Dr. Marcus Williams, CEO of Williams Medical Technologies. Net worth, $4.7 billion. Maya's hands shook as she read his biography. Self-made billionaire, grew up in East Cleveland projects, pioneer in medical devices for disabled children. East Cleveland, Maya's neighborhood. There was a photo, handsome black man in his 50s, kind eyes, expensive suit. Maya stared at his face, trying to understand the connection. Why would a billionaire want to meet her? The article mentioned his daughter. Sophia Elizabeth Williams, age 8, has been missing for over a year following a custody dispute. Maya's world tilted. Sophia Williams. Not Sophia from down the street. Sophia Williams, daughter of the most powerful black man in the city. Maya had been feeding a billionaire's lost child. But nothing could have prepared her for who would be waiting in that law office conference room. Maya stood outside the law offices of Peterson and Associates, 40-story glass tower in the heart of downtown. She'd never been in a building this fancy. Her diner uniform felt shabby against the marble lobby. The security guard looked her up and down before calling upstairs. Maya Johnson to see Dr. Carter. Take elevator bank C to the 38th floor. The elevator ride felt like floating. Maya's ears popped. Through the glass walls, she watched the city shrink below. At the 38th floor, a receptionist in designer clothes smiled politely. Miss Johnson, right this way. Doctor. Right. Carter is waiting in conference room A. Maya followed her down a hallway lined with expensive art. Everything screamed money and power. The conference room had floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the entire city. Maya could see Rosie's diner from here, a tiny speck in the distance. Dr. Carter sat at a massive mahogany table, but she wasn't alone. Miss Johnson, please sit down. Maya took the chair across from Dr. Carter. Her hands were sweating. I want you to meet someone very important. The conference room door opened. Maya's breath caught in her throat. A tall, distinguished black man walked in. Mid-50s, perfectly tailored suit that probably cost more than Maya made in a year. His presence filled the room. Behind him came two other men in suits, lawyers or bodyguards, maybe both. Maya recognized him immediately from the internet photos. Miss Johnson, Dr. Carter said formally, I'd like you to meet Dr. Marcus Williams. Maya's mouth went dry. Mr. Williams. Please call me Marcus. His voice was warm, refined, but Maya heard something else underneath. Emotion, barely controlled. He sat down across from her, studied her face. Miss Johnson, Maya, I understand you've been taking care of my daughter. The words hit like a physical blow. Your daughter? Sophia Elizabeth Williams, my little girl who's been missing for 14 months. Maya's world tilted. Sophia is your daughter? Marcus Williams nodded. His eyes were filled with tears. Let me tell you a story, Maya, about a little girl who disappeared during a bitter custody battle, about a father who spent every day and night searching for her. Maya listened in stunned silence. My ex-wife, Angela, took Sophia during the divorce proceedings. The court awarded temporary custody to Angela's sister while we fought in family court. Marcus paused, collecting himself. Angela died in a car accident 8 months ago. Her sister never contacted me, never told me where Sophia was. Oh my God. I hired private investigators, searched every shelter, every school, every hospital in 3 states, posted missing child flyers, offered rewards. Maya's hands shook. I had no idea. How could you? Angela's sister moved Sophia far from our neighborhood, changed her appearance, kept her hidden. Marcus pulled out his phone, showed Maya a photo. Sophia in a beautiful dress, hair in perfect pigtails, healthy, happy, standing next to Marcus in front of a mansion. This was taken 2 months before she disappeared. Maya compared the photo to the thin, dirty child she'd been feeding, barely recognizable as the same person. She told me her daddy was coming back, Maya whispered. Marcus broke down completely. She never stopped believing I'd find her. Dr. Carter handed him tissues. Maya, Dr. Williams has been documenting every act of kindness you've shown Sophia. Documenting? Marcus composed himself. My security team has been watching the diner for 2 weeks, since Child Services called about Sophia's case. Maya felt a chill. Watching me? Watching over you. And Sophia, making sure you were both safe. Marcus pulled out a tablet, showed Maya dozens of photos, Maya feeding Sophia. Maya bought food with her own money. Maya carried Sophia when she collapsed. My investigators have been following your story for a month, Maya. I don't understand. When Child Services located Sophia, they told me about a waitress who'd been feeding her every day. A single mother who used her own grocery money to keep my daughter alive. Maya's mind reeled. You've known about me for weeks? I needed to understand who you were. What kind of person risks everything for a stranger's child? Marcus leaned forward. Maya, do you know where I grew up? The internet said East Cleveland. 3 blocks from where you live now. Same projects, same struggles. Maya stared at him. My mother was a single mom. Worked 3 jobs, just like you. You're from the neighborhood? Born and raised, I understand what it means to have nothing and still give everything. Marcus's voice cracked. Maya, you saved my daughter's life. You fed her when her guardian was starving her. You loved her when she felt abandoned. Any mother would have done the same. No, they wouldn't have. My investigators spoke to dozens of people who walked past Sophia every day. You were the only one who stopped. Dr. Carter opened a folder. Maya, we've documented 32 days of you feeding Sophia. You spent over $400 of your own money, money meant for your son's medical care. How do you know about Tyler? Marcus smiled through his tears. Because I needed to understand your sacrifice completely. Why? Because, Maya, what you did for Sophia, what you risked, what you gave up. Marcus stood up. I walked to the window overlooking the city. You didn't just save my daughter. You reminded me why I built this empire in the first place. He turned back to Maya. And now, I want to do something for you that will change your life forever. But what Dr. Williams offered next would challenge everything Maya thought possible about her future. Marcus Williams walked back to the table, sat down directly across from Maya. Maya, I need you to understand something. I've made billions of dollars, built an empire, changed the medical industry. He paused, looking directly into her eyes. But none of that mattered when I couldn't find my daughter. Maya listened, her heart pounding. You know what it's like to struggle, to choose between your child's medicine and putting food on the table, to work 16 hours a day and still fall behind on rent? Yes, sir. You know what it's like to love a child so much you'd give up everything for them. Maya nodded, thinking of Tyler. That's exactly what you did for Sophia, a child who wasn't even yours. Marcus pulled out a leather folder, thick with documents. Maya, I'm about to offer you something that will sound impossible. I need you to listen with an open mind. Dr. Carter smiled encouragingly. This is going to change your life, Maya. Marcus opened the folder. I want to give you ownership of 12 restaurants across this state. Maya blinked. I'm sorry, what? Full ownership, deed and title in your name, worth approximately $2.8 million. Maya's head started spinning. Mr. Williams, I think there's been a mistake. No mistake, but that's just the beginning. Marcus pulled out more documents. I'm also offering you a position as Director of Community Outreach for Williams Medical Technologies. Starting salary, $150,000 per year. Maya couldn't breathe. That's more than I made in 10 years. Plus a signing bonus of $500,000 cash, available today. Maya stared at the numbers on the contract, more zeros than she'd ever seen. Tyler's education will be fully funded, private school starting next month. College tuition covers any university he chooses. Mr. Williams, medical insurance for both of you, for life, the best coverage money can buy. Maya's hands shook as she looked at the papers. I don't understand. Why are you doing this? Marcus leaned back in his chair. Let me tell you what those restaurants are going to be, Maya. His voice changed. I became passionate, visionary. They're going to be called Maya's Kitchens, named after you, after your legacy of feeding hungry children. My legacy? Each restaurant will have a program. Every day at 3 p.m., any child who needs a meal gets one. Free, no questions asked. Maya's eyes filled with tears. But that's not all. We're going to hire single mothers from the community. Give them management training, career advancement, real opportunities. Marcus stood up again, pacing with excitement. You're going to develop protocols for identifying at-risk children, Train staff to recognize signs of neglect and abuse. I don't know how to do any of that. You already do it. You saw Sophia when everyone else looked away. You recognized the signs everyone else missed. Dr. Carter handed Maya a tissue. Maya, you'll have full creative control. These restaurants will serve your vision of what community care looks like. Marcus sat back down. But here's the most important part. You and we understand something most wealthy people don't. What's that? We know what it's like to be forgotten, to be invisible, to need help and have no one notice. Maya nodded, tears flowing freely now. I built my fortune, but I lost sight of why I started. I was helping sick children in hospitals, but I forgot about the hungry ones on the street. Marcus's voice cracked. You reminded me, Maya. By loving my daughter when she had nothing, you reminded me what real wealth looks like. Mr. Williams, I'm just a waitress. No, you're a natural leader who understands service. You're a mother who knows how to protect children. You're a woman with the biggest heart I've ever encountered. Marcus pulled out his phone, showed Maya another photo. Sophia drew this yesterday. It was a crayon drawing of a restaurant. Maya's kitchen written above the door, stick figures of children eating at tables, hearts everywhere. She wants to help you feed other kids like her. Maya sobbed, looking at the drawing. She said, Daddy, Miss Maya saved me. Now we should help her save other kids. Maya looked up at Marcus through her tears. You grew up like me? Exactly like you. Single mother, projects, no money, no opportunities. How did you escape? Someone believed in me, gave me a chance I didn't deserve, changed my entire life trajectory. Marcus leaned forward. Maya, I'm offering you the same chance someone once gave me. What if I fail? What if I'm not smart enough? Sister, you kept my daughter alive for a month using $15 bills and leftover sandwiches. You're the smartest person in this room. Maya laughed through her tears at being called sister. You understand resource management. You understand customer service. Most importantly, you understand love. Marcus slid the contracts across the table. Sign these papers, Maya. Let's build something beautiful together. Maya stared at the documents. Her signature would change everything. Can I ask you something? Anything. Why restaurants? Why not just give me money? Marcus smiled. Because you're not the type of person who wants a handout. You want to earn it. You want to build something that helps other people. You're right. These restaurants will employ hundreds of people, feed thousands of children, create generational wealth for families like yours. Maya picked up the pen with trembling hands. For Sophia? For Sophia, for Tyler, for every hungry child who needs someone to notice them. Maya signed her name. Marcus Williams stood up and applauded. Welcome to your new life, Maya Johnson. But this was only the beginning of how feeding one hungry child would transform an entire community. 3 months later, Maya stood in front of her first restaurant. Maya's kitchen gleamed in gold letters across the storefront, floor-to-ceiling windows, warm lighting, fresh flowers in every window box. She wore a tailored business suit, hair professionally styled, but her smile was the same. Tyler stood beside her in his new private school uniform, honor roll student, asthma inhaler in his backpack, never worrying about the cost. Ready, Mommy. Ready, baby. Maya cut the ribbon as cameras flashed. Local news crews captured every moment. Inside, the restaurant buzzed with activity. 50 single mothers from East Cleveland worked the kitchen and dining room, women Maya had personally recruited and trained. LaShonda, formerly homeless, now manages the morning shift. Maya gave me hope when I had nothing. Carmen, escaped domestic violence, ran the children's program. She showed me what real strength looks like. At exactly 3 p.m., the magic happened. A bell chimed. Children appeared from all directions. Hungry kids, lonely kids, kids whose parents worked 3 jobs, kids who fell through the cracks. They lined up politely. No shame, no judgment. Welcome to Maya's kitchen, each staff member said. What would you like to eat today? Maya watched from behind the counter, tears in her eyes. 37 children fed that first day. By the end of the first month, over 500 kids were eating daily across all 12 locations. Marcus Williams visited every restaurant opening. Maya, look at what you've built. Local news stations ran stories weekly. From Waitress to Restaurant Empire, the Maya Johnson story. Single mother creates jobs for hundreds. The woman who's feeding America's forgotten children. National attention followed. Ellen DeGeneres called. "We need more people like you, Maya." Oprah featured Maya's story in her magazine, When Service Becomes Legacy. But Maya's favorite coverage came from Tyler's school newspaper. My Mom is a Hero by Tyler Johnson, age 6. She saved a little girl named Sophia, and now she saves kids every day. The ripple effects spread beyond restaurants. Williams Medical Technologies established the Maya Johnson Foundation, $10 million dedicated to child welfare programs. East Cleveland Community Center received a complete renovation. New playground, computer lab, after-school programs. Maya personally oversaw the job training initiatives. Single mothers learned management skills, financial literacy, career development. Graduation ceremonies brought Maya to tears every time. 6 months ago, I was sleeping in my car with my kids, said Patricia, the newest manager. Maya didn't just give me a job, she gave me back my dignity. The restaurant model expanded rapidly. Phoenix, Atlanta, Detroit, Chicago, Dallas, every city with struggling communities. Every location is hiring locally. By month 6, Maya's Kitchens employed over 800 people nationwide. Business magazines called it the new model of social entrepreneurship. Harvard Business School requested Maya as a guest speaker. Community investment yields the highest returns, Maya told the students. But the real validation came from unexpected sources. Sophia visited every restaurant opening. Now healthy and confident, she helped serve children at the 3 p.m. bell. Miss Maya taught me that sharing food is sharing love, she told reporters. Tyler and Sophia became best friends, brother and sister by choice. They planned to open more restaurants when they grew up. "Tyler's going to be the doctor and I'm going to run the kitchens," Sophia announced. Maya's personal transformation amazed everyone who knew her. The tired, struggling waitress became a confident businesswoman, but she never forgot where she came from. Every morning, Maya visited the original Rosie's Diner, now renamed Maya's First Kitchen. Same booth where she used to eat day-old sandwiches. Same window where she first saw Sophia. Janet, Rick, and the original staff now managed the flagship location. "You could have fired us all," Janet said, "but you made us partners instead." "We're family," Maya replied. "Family takes care of family." The financial numbers told an incredible story. Maya's personal net worth, $4.2 million. Children fed daily, 1,247 across 18 locations. Single mothers employed, 1,156. Families lifted out of poverty, 847. But Maya measured success differently. She kept a photo wall in her corporate office. Pictures of every child who ate at Maya's Kitchens, smiling faces, full bellies, hope in their eyes. "This is my real profit margin," she told business reporters. Marcus Williams became like family. "Maya, you've created something I never could have imagined. We created it together. No, you created it. I just provided the resources. The vision was all yours." At night, Maya still looked out at the city lights, but now she saw something different. Not a world of struggle and limitation, a world of possibility, a world where kindness multiplied, a world where one person's decision to care could transform everything. But the most beautiful moment was still to come, exactly 1 year after Maya first fed a hungry little girl. 1 year later, same date, same time. Maya stood outside the original Maya's Kitchen at 2:55 p.m., the building that used to be Rosie's Diner. At exactly 3 p.m., the bell chimed. Children appeared from every direction, just like always. Sophia walked beside Maya, healthy and radiant. Tyler held the door open for each child. Marcus Williams sat in the corner booth, watching with pride. "Welcome to Maya's Kitchen," Sophia announced. "Today we're celebrating 1 year of feeding friends." 38 children lined up that afternoon, but Maya noticed a new face, a small boy, maybe 7 years old, thin, dirty clothes, using crutches, different child, same need. "What's your name, sweetheart?" Maya knelt down. "Jamie," he whispered. "You hungry, Jamie?" He nodded, tears in his eyes. Sophia stepped forward immediately. "I know exactly how you feel. I was hungry too, but Miss Maya fed me every day. Now we're going to feed you." Maya's eyes filled with tears watching Sophia comfort the new child. The cycle was continuing. The kindness was multiplying. Jamie ate 3 helpings. Color returned to his cheeks. "Will you be here tomorrow?" he asked Maya. "Every day at 3 p.m., baby, every single day." That evening, the Williams family joined Maya and Tyler for dinner. 4 people who'd become family through choice. Maya, do you ever think about that first day? Marcus asked. Every day. Best decision I ever made. Sophia looked up from her drawing. Miss Maya, will you teach me how to run the restaurants when I grow up? We'll run them together, sweetheart, Tyler chimed in. I want to be a doctor like Mr. Marcus, help sick kids. Then that's exactly what you'll do, Maya said. As they sat around the dinner table, Maya reflected on the journey. 1 year ago, she was a struggling waitress eating day-old sandwiches. Tonight, she was surrounded by family and purpose. But the most beautiful part wasn't the money or success. It was known that 1,247 children would go to bed with full stomachs. That 1,156 single mothers had jobs and hope. That kindness had created an empire. What are you thinking about, Mommy? Tyler asked. Maya looked around the table at the faces she loved. I'm thinking about how one sandwich changed everything. Marcus raised his glass. To Maya, who taught us that the smallest acts of love create the biggest miracles. As they toasted, Maya caught sight of her reflection in the window, still the same person who'd walked outside with a sandwich 1 year ago. The only difference was now she had the power to feed them all, and tomorrow at 3 p.m. the bell would ring again, because some traditions are too beautiful to ever break. Maya's story proves that daily acts of love can literally change the world. She fed one hungry child every day and built an empire of compassion. 2 families from the same struggle now lifting up thousands more. Think about it. Maya had nothing, single mother, working 2 jobs, behind on rent. But she saw a hungry child and couldn't look away. That choice transformed everything. Sophia got her father back. Maya got her dream life. Tyler got his future secured, and over 1,000 families found hope. All because one woman decided that kindness mattered more than convenience. So here's my question for you. What hungry child in your community could you help today? What small act of love could you do right now? You never know whose life you might save, or who might change yours forever. Share this story with someone who believes kindness wins. Like if you believe every child deserves to eat. Subscribe for more proof that love always finds a way. Because the world needs more people like Maya. And that person could be you.